Does the Prime Minister think it is right that struggling pensioners should face a retirement tax? Kemi Badenoch grills Labour MPs live. Keir Starmer faces backlash in heated exchange. You're not going to believe what just happened on live television while the cameras were rolling and the political class thought they were in control. Kemi Badenoch flipped the script. She didn't just push back against Labour, she publicly cornered them, and what followed sent shockwaves through Westminster. Right there on national television, no spin, no protection, no edits. The business secretary held her ground in a fiery exchange that left several Labour MPs completely exposed. Welcome to Back Britain Unfold. And at the centre of it all, Keir Starmer, a man who has tried again and again to project strength, unity and leadership. But this moment, it was out of his hands. Let's break this down. The scene was a high-stakes parliamentary hearing, broadcast live, part of a broader session addressing diversity in hiring, economic growth and the government's stance on small business development. It was supposed to be procedural, but things turned political fast. One Labour MP, aiming to trap Kemi Badenoch on what they called the Conservatives' failures on inclusion and fairness, accused her of failing working-class communities and siding with big business. What happened next wasn't just a reply. It was a takedown, point by point, statistic by statistic. With calm precision, Badenoch called out Labour's own record, citing years of underdelivery in regions they claim to represent. She pointed out the economic stagnation in Labour-controlled councils, the job losses in post-industrial towns under Labour MPs, and, most strikingly, the hypocrisy of Labour leaders who talk social justice while blocking real economic reform. And then came the line that's now bouncing all over social media. You lecture us about fairness. But when Labour was in power, what did you actually build for working people? More committees and headlines, while we're building apprenticeships and trade routes. Within minutes, clips of the exchange were trending across X, formerly Twitter, YouTube and TikTok. One comment read, "Kemi didn't just defend herself, she exposed Labour's empty playbook." Another user posted, "Starmer better get control of his MPs. This looked chaotic." And it wasn't just the public talking. One unnamed Labour aide told The Telegraph, "We walked into that session thinking we'd land hits." But she flipped the narrative entirely. There was no comeback. It was brutal. Even some moderate commentators, usually critical of the Conservatives, admitted Badenoch had the upper hand. LBC presenter Ian Dale tweeted, "No matter your politics, that was a masterclass in calm, factual rebuttal. Labour underestimated her." Again, this wasn't the first time Labour has been caught flat-footed during a live session. But this time, the timing couldn't be worse. The party is still dealing with internal dissent, especially around its stance on the Israel-Gaza conflict, rising calls from the left for more radical economic policy, and growing public pressure for clarity on migration. Meanwhile, Kemi Badenoch is gaining traction, not just among Conservatives, but among undecided voters looking for authentic voices in politics. She's been mentioned in multiple Tory circles as a potential future leader, and with moments like this, that talk is only going to get louder. A senior Tory strategist reportedly told The Times, "Every time Labour thinks they've got her cornered, she walks out with more momentum than before. She's not just a minister, she's becoming a brand." And here's the irony. While Labour is trying to present itself as the stable hand for Britain's future, it's these kinds of public stumbles that raise questions about who's really in control. This wasn't about just one exchange. It's about a deeper pattern, a party that's struggling to land a message, while its opponents are refining theirs in real time. In politics, perception is everything. And right now, the perception is that Keir Starmer is on the back foot again, while his opponents are setting the terms of debate. The Labour leader may still be ahead in the polls, for now. But if these high-visibility confrontations keep going sideways, momentum could shift fast. Kemi Badenoch didn't just defend herself. She sent a message loud and clear, to Labour, to the public, and maybe even to her own party leadership. "I can take the heat, and I'm ready to lead." This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news from across the UK, right here on Britain Unfold. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Unfold channel. Thank you.